Today, we go over the Heavy-Duty Forestry Mulcher by Erskine. This forestry mulcher has a 60-inch width of cut and weighs 2,450 pounds. It's operated with flow rates between 33 and 41 gallons per minute and pressures up to 4,100 psi. We use 30 teeth on our drum with 6 rows of 5. They're in a double helix pattern. Each tooth has a cutting width of around 2¼ inches. We offer the teeth in a knife style shown here, as well as a carbide style tooth. Both of these teeth can be reversed. The teeth and holders are manufactured by Quadco in Canada. Quadco is one of the originators in forestry mulching teeth. We feel they are the highest quality tooth on the market. Our drum tube is one of the largest ones in the industry. It's 14-inch in diameter and 1/2-inch wall. The tooth holders are very long. That gives you a lot of weld contact to the drum. They are 6 inches long and 2 inches wide, so you're going to have over 16 inches of weld holding each tooth onto the drum. The wrapper and side plates are made of 3/8-inch steel. There's also extra reinforcement where it comes into contact with trees. The wrapper on this extends quite a ways in front of the drum. That's so when debris comes out of the front of the drum, it'll be predominantly thrown down in front of you so you can remulch it. It's also a lot safer that way. Our push bar is made of 1/4-inch wall, 2x3 rectangular tubing. When you're in the woods pushing trees over, the push bar prevents the tree from falling back on you. We have 3/4-inch plate steel on the corners up here. Those hooks keep the tree in front of you so the drum can process it. There's a right and left skid shoe that's bolted to the sides of the frame. We bolted them on there so they could easily be replaced. They not only protect the bottom side, but also the front where you come into contact with trees. It's important you protect this area because on the right side we have the belt drive system. On the left and right, we have bearings inside that need to be protected. On the bottom of the frame, we have a long row of heavy-duty chains. That's there for added protection for the operator. You should always have a forestry kit and forestry door installed when using a mulcher. Our drive system is powered by a Parker variable displacement piston motor. What that means is you have 2 speeds, a high-speed low torque and a low-speed high torque. That's important because once you have the drum at high speed, you can use that inertia to cut up small trees and brush. But when you cut down a large tree and you want to mulch it up, that takes a lot of torque. To power through that, you want a variable displacement motor that will downshift and be able to give you that torque you need to grind up logs and stumps without stalling. The motor is bolted to a heavy-duty plate here. That is tensioned here, and this will keep the belt under tension. The belt we are using is a Gates GT carbon belt. It's the highest performance belt you can get. It's around 1.5 inches wide, and it's rated for horsepower roughly twice of what we are sending to it. It's overbuilt for this application. It's tough, it'll run quiet and smooth, and will last a real long time. The drum bearings are behind the front drive sprocket. The shaft size is 2 3/16, and we are using spherical roller bearings. We are also using a remote grease zerk here, so you don't have to take the cover off to grease it. You can just grease it right from the top. We have protective rings welded on the inside of each side of the frame, and those rings are slightly smaller in diameter. They extend inside each end of the cutting drum. What this does is create a labyrinth path. That helps prevent material from getting wrapped on the drum shaft that could damage the bearings. The Parker motor comes with its own bearing unit, and this heavy-duty unit is strong enough so that we don't need a separate overhung load adapter. It's all one part and one piece. This is the portion doing all the driving. On the bottom, we have a valve block with the check valve in it. It'll spin down when you shut it off. A key feature here with the hydraulic system is that on the other side, we have an accumulator. All an accumulator is a small cylinder with a spring-loaded piston in it that holds some oil under pressure. We do this because when a piston motor is shut off, especially if it's at its low displacement setting, it'll want to shift to its slower speed, larger displacement setting. In order to do that, without pulling a vacuum, you need to inject some oil under pressure. That's what the accumulator does. We tune the hydraulic motor and the drive system to match the specific specs given for your skid steer loader. We have 2 different flow ranges and 2 different pressure ranges we can adjust for. A legacy of excellence since 1948. Visit our website and find a dealer near you.